It's our last couple days here in Bucharest. We're gonna do some more wandering around. It was wonderful to see the Parliamentary Palace, and there's a couple other things on the agenda, but for now we're gonna go and grab some food, walk around Old Town, and yeah, have a good old time. It's pretty warm here, and we gotta start getting packed up and ready for the next country. Here's some of my friends. Yeah, I had that pigeon encounter just a couple days ago. And there they are. There's so many pigeons here in Bucharest, and they're pretty brave. And as you know, if you saw the video, yeah, they attack in flocks. This is why there's so many pigeons. They're very well fed. Yeah, people get sandwiches and they feed the pigeons. Yeah. Yep, the locals like them. Lots of these street cats. There's one. Hey, kitty. Last full day in Romania. We are off to the Botanical Gardens to walk around and see what that's all about. We're just at the AirBnB again. Yeah, getting ready to go. It's going to be a scorcher today, 30 degrees. So we're going to need to cool down. We've got some lunch packed so we can eat along the way, and it should be a good one. I think this is Vlad the Impaler, I'm pretty sure. I think he's actually drinking a beer through a straw. Yeah, okay. Oh, he wants beer too. Oh, there it is. Obi Platon Tandem and a website. Okay, I guess he's the guy who does the murals. Let's go on the side here. There's a little bit more. Pretty cool. This guy's a very talented artist. All right, we're going to continue down this way. We're on our way to those gardens. We're kind of off the busy streets. We're in a more of a side street, you could call it, on the way to where we're going. And it's interesting, as life is always different, right? When you're just in more of a residential area, there are a few little restaurants which are quite interesting. They're always tempting to just stop there whenever you see one, but you can't eat at every restaurant. But here's kind of an idea of what it looks like just walking around in residential Bucharest. People waiting for the bus. Quite a bit of graffiti. Yeah, this one's great. Hey, look at this message. Death to cars. Here we are. Made it to this intersection. It's quite big. There's some interesting food places, a bank over there, and it goes all the way down this street. So we feel like we're in a new spot. We haven't been outside of the old town and kind of the Airbnb area where we're staying. So this is pretty cool. Now we're on a busy street just crossing the intersection. Sure enough, on the other side there are these huge buildings. They look abandoned, maybe I'm wrong, but there's a lot of graffiti. One side looks like it's actually been destroyed. So not quite sure where we are, but we're going this way because the Botanical Garden is this way. This is one of the bigger parks we've walked by. It's got some really interesting plants in here. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. This is like some sort of, looks like a cedar. I'm not sure what kind of cedar it is. We don't really have things that look like this in Canada, but it's a real nice tree. We're back at the Dambovita River. This is our second time meeting up with this. We're way on the other end, but here's one side of it. Yeah, a lot of traffic around here. See a couple police cars with their lights on. Not sure what that means. Nice looking park over here though. Yeah, there's the other side and that big building, and we're going this way. Here's a Romanian gas station, Petrom, and here's the price. $7.24 for 95 octane. There's the bigger part of the sign, $7.24. So my math says that is $2.50 Canadian for a liter of fuel. That house is so vine covered, it's incredible. Yeah, that's like nearly the entire thing is covered with vines. I'm gonna get up close if I can here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's the most vine-covered house I've ever seen. And they've got balloons. We're at Gradina Botanica. Really nice sign. There's the door. We're gonna go in and check this out. So we're at the museum. Let's go inside and see what's in there. So the whole thing cost 58 lei. That's 2 adults, 2 children for the grounds and the museum. So that was like the full package. That comes to about, I'm gonna say 18 bucks Canadian roughly. So not too expensive at all. We are in the museum. There are a bunch of people's faces in these pictures, and I'm gonna guess they're all botanists of some kind, professors. There's the bust of someone. Professor Emanuel C. Theodorescu. Some more busts of the important people. Crazy looking, looks like a hawk. Look at that. There's a deer being killed by this, I don't know if that's a bobcat. There's a tiny little brown bear. He looks kind of scary. There's a deer just hanging out over here. Ah, this is a subterranean environment. Okay, there's bats. There's bats hanging right there. Okay, and they're up there too. So this wolf has eaten this sheep. Well, it's carrying it right now for eternity. And that's a big wild boar. Wow, look at that guy. Now that's a vulture. Look at that thing. That looks vicious. Some peacocks. Look at this, anaconda snake skin. That is absolutely huge. There's a lot of animals attacking here. Look at this. This fox is attacking that grouse. And look, a badger. Oh, cool. Look at that. A hedgehog. Another hawk. Yikes. Whoa. There's a full room of edible mushrooms. Yep. Whoa, that's a crazy looking mushroom. Phallus impudicus. Oh, okay. So we've been through the entire museum now in the Botanical Garden. I'm just gonna show my little friend the snake. Yeah, so it was quite a deal. It was only $5 for all of us to come in here. 15 lei just for the museum part. And now we're gonna go and walk around the grounds and see what that's like. Really cool map of Romania. It's a topographical map. You can see Bucharest is right down there. Yeah, Bucharest is right there. And there's some pretty cool mountains here. It's all the reason to explore the countryside one day. There we go. Leaving the museum. It is time to go check out the rest of the park. It's nice and sunny. It's gonna be really hot real soon. So thankfully these trees provide some nice shade and there's a lot to see. So let's get walking. So there's some people tending to the greenery here at the Botanical Gardens, and they're riding around on this kind of motorcycle looking thing. So it's pretty much mid-September and you still get some flowers. It's pretty cool. Some flowering shrub there, a real tall spruce. Sounds like a fountain down here. Yeah, look at this. Oh, there's a little fish in there too. This is the second time we found Professor Dr. Emanuel C. Theodorescu, 1866 to 1949. Man, he had a really good life. He's definitely one of the most important people for this botanical garden. This man might be more important than Theodorescu. It's Professor Dr. Dimitri Branza, and the park's named after him, 1846 to 1895. Okay, he was a fairly young man when he died, but definitely an important one. Yeah, I'm sure this is super lush in the summer. As I said earlier, this is the fall. But it's a 30-degree day here. Just standing on the little bridge here. Yep. Some interesting looking, looks like carp. Or maybe they're goldfish. Look how bloody big that is. Some really gorgeous trellises over here. And they've got roses that will eventually grow up the side and wrap around. This little bridge is closed, but there's some lovelocks just on the other side of the water here. And there's a fountain up ahead. We're just finishing up here at the Botanical Gardens. There's kind of a map of where it is. You can get yourself some snacks here at the cafe. They're all fairly inexpensive. An automatic natural fruit orange juice machine. All right, here we go. Leaving the Botanical Garden and on our way back. We're gonna have to wind down pretty soon and start packing up because tomorrow we are off to another country. We have to take a flight fairly early in the morning and start an adventure somewhere else. And the street beside the Botanical Garden is actually named after that doctor that the garden is named after, Dr. Dimitri Branza. Right on. This building is such a curious case. It looks like they tore the middle out from the sides. You can kind of see there's all this rebar coming out and pieces of the structure. They like rip through the middle and are tearing it down. It's not being used. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's this other garden really close to our Airbnb. Here's a sign with where you can go. And there's a really cool fountain down there. This is going down. There's some steps. It's all these cobblestones. And here's a sign, Alea Lacul Mic. Nice little pond. I don't see any fish in there, but who knows, maybe there are. There's some ducks over there. This little bridge is closed off to go across. But what a nice little park. Really close to our Airbnb, they're setting up a big stage. So maybe there's a concert tonight. I'll come out here in a couple hours and check out what they're doing. This was our last grocery trip before leaving Romania, and I bought one of these Moretti's, a craft IPA, another craft IPA, a can of Pilsner, a pale ale, 2 liters of mint and watermelon, some nice looking breakfast pastries, 3 yogurts with cereal, and a bag of peanuts, and that came to $79.02 lei, which was $23.39 Canadian. This is what the stage looks like a couple hours after we walked by. It looks like it's gonna take them a little while to finish that up, but this is the end of the video. It's the end of our time here in Romania. We're on our way to Sofia, Bulgaria. Can you believe it? Yeah, really awesome. That's the next stop in our trip. Country number 10 since late June. So it's been quite the adventure so far, and we still have practically 10 months left of traveling before returning to Canada. But a few thoughts on Romania. It's been really interesting. It's a big city, a big metropolis, lots of cars, lots of pigeons too, but some really friendly people. We were able to get to know a bartender a little bit, and we got a lot of information from her. So if you watch this, thank you for that. A lot of the locals were really kind, helpful. They hear us speaking English and they help out. The older people don't speak much English, kind of like every European country. Young people, some of them speak like perfect English. I swear they speak English better than I do. So that's pretty amusing. But all in all, we regret not being able to stay here longer. We wanted to go to Brasov. We wanted to go to Constanța, right out to the sea, so that we could experience the seaside and get some sun and so on. They say it's fall. It's freaking summer here. It's like plus 30. Everyone's saying that everything's winding down temperature-wise, but hey, I don't think so. I'm from Canada, right? The trees are losing their leaves, which I guess is a sign of that. But all in all, it's been absolutely gorgeous weather here. And this is like practically the middle of September. So yeah, Romania is right at the top of the list to return to. There's no way that we're going to skip this country over. We're making plans to come back. It's been absolutely excellent here, and I recommend it to anybody who wants to live here or just visit. So this is it. I'm back at the Airbnb. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you once again for watching. Peace. Take care. See you in Bulgaria.